Hello, Ruthless Racing Nation. We are live here on Thursday night, and hopefully we'll have a little better luck than last week at Kansas, as that race was canceled and did not count. So this week we're going to bring you Richmond and all the action that it's able to provide, the short track in Western Virginia, or Eastern Virginia, sorry. And yeah, we're going to take on Richmond tonight, and we're going to see if we're able to flare up any temperatures, yeah, flare up any temperatures or temperers out here on a track like Richmond. I think the guys are ready and they're just waiting on to invite me, and we'll be good to go. I want to shout out Jinx for streaming tonight whenever he decides to go live. And we'll appreciate that. We're going to have 16 guys out there on the track tonight. We'll get the numbers sorted out whenever we get out there. Don't forget my invite, fellas. Nobody has invited me yet. Hopefully Hollywood did not forget my invite. Still no live video from Jinx. Also, anybody that's tuning in that may only know me from the Shorts channel, this is our Ruthless Racing series that takes place on NASCAR Heat 5. This is the Ruthless Racing Pro series that happens on Thursday nights. Tuesday nights we have a Pro-Am series that is broadcasted by Hollywood, who is racing in tonight's race. So I race in the Pro-Am, he races in the Pro, and we kind of just flip back and forth between the booth. So shout out to Hollywood for doing the booth. It's not that easy of a thing to do, especially by yourself for 200 laps. I mean, it is something that you have to get through, and I just try not to shut up. So Jinx is now live, and I have got my invites. Tanya, yes, Trav Nation is racing today in that beautiful 21 car. So whenever we go green, we'll go get on the 21 machine of Trav Nation. Also, congratulations to Trav Nation on his new car purchase. He bought a Dodge Charger. I'm not quite sure the year, but yeah, big purchase for him today. So congrats to Trav Nation. Super Trooper, that's right, and he has the car to match now. Isn't that something? He's got that gray Charger. It's tough. Already up to 5 people in here. We haven't even gone green yet. I think we're just waiting on them to get going. As I am ready. 16 guys out there, and your pole sitter is typical by nearly a tenth. But that is qualifying. What's happening? Trav in the chat. Shouldn't you be starting your engine? Oh, now, Travis, just tap that brake before you get in the turn. And I gotta join. Hopefully we can get there for the green flag lap. I think I might not catch him in time. But we'll see. Yeti Nation, I'm not sure where he's at. Figured him and Sticky both would be in here. As always, this will be brought to you by Skew Car. If you've not checked them out on YouTube, go check him out. He's got all your NASCAR highlights that you'll ever need in your life. Also, everything NASCAR, a huge supporter of us here at Ruthless Racing. And we're getting ready to go green. Typical on your pole. With Elvin out to the outside in the 51. Shepard starting in third tonight. And then I think that's Death Before Dishonor in fourth. Hollywood in fifth. So Richmond, let's see, gotta look behind, you know. Could be a wreck at any moment. Hollywood brings out the Exalta scheme. You know, I'm going to favor that Exalta. So, Skew Car, I'm going to say that maybe you have a setting that you share links without a thumbnail. Because I seen that option on mine. Maybe you accidentally unclicked it. Because I went through that whole thing today. So we got Hollywood into the wall early, dropping like a rock here early on. Already 3 spots back from where he started. We're up here with Hamlin Nation running fourth. Right behind Death Before Dishonor, gives him a little bump. Going to take third. Death has to get back in order just quick enough to stop Shepard. Well, that's lame. That is very lame that happens. Hamlin Nation now in third. One fast bean out here in the 4 tonight, as that has been basically a hot seat. Bean also races the Pro-Am Series. I believe somebody just left, unless my eyes fooled me. Oh, Death Before Dishonor. Oh, no way. Unfortunate. Well, that helped Hollywood out. It helped him gain another spot. Yeah, I have no clue why that just won't send as a link. I have no clue. Or as a thumbnail. It's crazy. Okay, so see a lot of people go through that corner there. Hamlin Nation working himself up through this field quite quickly. He finds himself door to door with Elvin here. Typical, trying to stretch it out far already. Nice roll here by the 20 car so far. Oh, he's able to clear the nose just enough. And he's going to allow to have Elvin the inside advantage here, but he's able to close that line up very quickly. The 51 hard on that bumper of the 20, but he's able to gain control down the front stretch here. Front stretch longer than the back stretch, and that's kind of odd at tracks. But basically the back stretch also the only straight part of the track, as it's a constant left turn through 3/4 of this facility. But looks like Hamlin Nation and Elvin trying to cut the time down on Typical there. Bean maybe has a little bit of an advantage on some of the field, as he raced in the Pro-Am Tuesday. Nomad, your Daytona winner out here. And Typical Nomad, the only winner so far. For anybody that does not know, Kansas will be made up on 4/18. That is 2 days before the 4/20 All-Star race at New Hampshire Oval. Trav Nation, you heard it. There he is. Couldn't tell you quite where he's running, but it's not last. Let's see. About 13th, I believe he's running. 21 Motorcraft Machine. Wood Brothers Racing. There's your leader, typical. And there's that lead that he has. Yeah, dang not death for sure. We're 25 laps remaining here in stage number 1. There is not a required pit stop here in stage number 1. As they should be able to make it as long as we stay green. No cautions come out. Try to get back here on some of this other action. Oh, not there. There's Hollywood and Shepherd here working against each other. There's the Bean in the 4th in front of the 5th place car of Hollywood. And it looks like Shepherd and Hollywood's going to be chasing down this 4 car. You see the 8 of Nomad there behind Shepherd and Hollywood. Now the 4 has been caught up with fairly quickly. And that 48 tagging right along with the 88 here. They got a good little tandem going. Starting to see a little bit of a jump, jumping around. Hopefully that is not the lobby. Hopefully that's just these guys getting a little loose or however. Hamlin Nation, though, still sticking right up here, but finds himself in 3rd now. Loses the battle to Elvin after overtaking him earlier on. So far, good clean race out of these guys. Hamlin Nation gets a little bit of wall there. That's going to allow them guys behind him to catch up. Hollywood has to work real hard on the inside of Bean. That's going to slow up Shepherd here. Unfortunate there for that 48. He was tagging right along with that 88 quite well. That's going to make Bean fall into 5th position now. As Hollywood's got to be overprotective of that low line if he wants to stay here in this spot. Nomad, couple cars starting to break loose now. We'll see how turn 2 and 4 treat people tonight. Jonathan here in the 9. Not quite sure where he finds himself. There's Dunlap. He finds himself in 12th position, I believe. Jinx is in 11th. They're in front of him. Big Ben in 10th. That means Jonathan is in 9th. Portal Guy would be in 8th. Thanks to everybody who's watching. If you haven't, please like the stream. Comment who you think's going to win, or just some good old NASCAR talk if you'd like to. Skew Car in the chat usually if you want to get in there and have a conversation with him over something. Dunlap, good to see him come back. Went through a move and had to wait for that internet service to be restored. But good to have him back. And there's Eneltown, the 11, behind the 21 of Trav Nation. And it looks like we are starting to work towards the rear of the field here. This would be 11th, 12th, and 13th there, I think. 12th, 13th, and 14th. That's your 10th place car right there, being worked on by Jinx in the 22 Pennzoil machine. Speaking of Pennzoil, that is what goes down this weekend in the NASCAR Cup Series. It's a good old Vegas race. So we'll see if Kyle Busch is able to stretch it to 2 in a row at his home track. And now here we're down some door-to-door racing between this 19 and the 22. And it's more than a couple numbers that separate them now. Is Big Ben able to get the advantage there out of turn 4. There's Typical, still our leader. And you can see Elvin is just a smidge off of the bumper there, as that's about where he's been off stage. And there is Elvin chasing him down. There's the 48 of Shepherd. He finds himself behind Bean here, which Bean is behind Hollywood, who is behind Hamlin Nation there in 3rd. So the top 4 kind of spaced out. Hollywood, after dropping a little bit early on, finds his way back +1 from where he started now, after being as many as -4 off his starting position. So that means the next fierce battle, well, Hollywood's starting to catch up to Hamlin Nation here. But this is about the nearest battle here in the upper parts of the field. Everybody's starting to get spaced out now with these tires doing their thing. This is Bean in the 4, Shepherd in the 48, and Nomad in the 8 here. A little 3-car battle. So Hollywood Hamlin Nation battle heating up. Hollywood just off of that bumper there. He's getting a little bit of pull down this straightaway off of that 20. Let's see what kind of chase down Hollywood will have here. Looks like he's losing a little bit of time to the 20. So Elvin getting a little closer to Typical here. So could possibly be a battle. This is 6 laps remaining. So we're going to stay up here, as when Typical hits the line, should be 5 to go. And Elvin right there. Let's see if he can make this stage number 1 something else. Oh, we got one around here at the bottom. That is Jonathan. Don't think that's going to bring out anything. There's 5 to go in stage number 1, and the battle is heating up. You can kind of see that battle back there between Hamlin and Hamlin and Hollywood, kind of cranking up. Elvin did cut down the lead, but I don't know if he's cutting it down anymore here. Some lap traffic will be coming into play maybe here in the last 4 laps. So that lap traffic is up here. You know, these guys want to keep their lap. I don't think they just want to give it up, but that's going to be tough on Typical here. He's going to have to get out of that throttle to get around that 9 there. He stayed as high as possible. The 9's going to get out of the way of the 51 as they come through here. 3 and 4 one more time. G-Dog does not want to lose that lap, so he's going to stay down low. He's going to force those leaders to use that high line. A little uncomfortable for them probably. G-Dog going to wash up, give the 51 more room on the bottom than Typical had, but Typical goes through that lap traffic quite well, and I don't think the 51 gained any time on them as they weaved their way through those cars that were off the pace. And I believe that's going to be the end of stage number 1. Typical was able to get it done. And Elvin's going to come in second there. Hamlin Nation. I believe Hollywood might have got Hamlin Nation there towards the end. We was watching that behind lap battle. Oh no! Some major damage from the 11 back here. We had a wreck, or the 22. I'm sorry. Major damage. The Pennzoil bell is broken. Alright, so sorry I do not have an accurate count there. Yeah, it's typical Elvin, Hamlin, Hollywood, and Bean are your top 5 there in stage number 1. So typical, after sweeping Mid-Ohio, comes into the next official points race and takes another stage. But he's going to be the pole sitter for stage number 2 as we're going to take off. It's in the skew car restart zone. And yeah, we're going to try to get Elvin a major restart there for him. Oh, we got some issues back here. Seems like guys are able to keep their nose clean for the most part. Oh no, Dunlap has now exited the race. We're down to 14. Big complications there for that 5 and 24. Unfortunate. Everything NASCAR is here. Stage number 2. Long one. Going to be a pit stop during this one if it stays green like stage number 1. As we've seen towards the end of stage 1 there, guys, we're starting to lose it a little bit. Typical. Jumps back out to that lead. Elvin loses a spot here to Hamlin Nation. Been a tough car. 20 car on the long run might be somebody to watch out for. He battled and held off Hollywood really well there for quite a few laps in stage 1. Elvin, though, on the long run, started to catch typical, and had it not been for the lap traffic, I think maybe it would have been a little different there at the end of stage 1. Shepard started in 3rd. Finds himself running back part of the top 10 now. Got Hollywood in front of him. These two were making up some good time there in stage 1 together. They got separated by Bean whenever Hollywood made a move. You can see Hollywood has a really good entrance to this 3 and 4. Oh, little bump contact up here with Nomad. 47, poor old guy gets slid up on his own, I do believe. It's going to force Hollywood just to be on the inside here. Shepard gets some contact and has to let out there. Good battle. Hollywood comes out ahead and works on his next target, which is Bean once again in the 4. Hamlin Nation, though, still in 2nd, and he is close to that 2 car. 51 tagging up behind Bean and the 4 car there, and the 88 of Hollywood rounding up the top 10 thus far through stage number 2. Like I said, it is a long stage, a longer stage. Will be a pit stop here. There is 66 laps remaining here just in stage 2. A 200 lap race tonight here at Richmond Raceway. And for everybody watching, this is the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. And you can catch Ruthless Racing Pro-Am Series action same time, but on Tuesdays with Hollywood in the booth. As always, we appreciate your likes, the views, and everybody who's subscribed. Here's all the burner accounts. How you doing, Roger? One of your cars are in 1st. There he is. I want to take this moment to take a whistle wetting break. Hey, Chad, Trav is number 21. We'll get in on board with you here. There he is, battling hard with the 22 on the outside of him. Good battle here that we've turned into. No problem, Chad. Always glad to have a member of Trav Nation come through. He pulls us a lot of viewers. There he is, though. Good battle here with the 22 of Jinx as he contacts some concrete up there. Good deal for Trav Nation out here. He's running in 11th right now. There's Jinx, who is having an issue. Typical Steer leader. See who we got up here. That is G-Dog going to go in to the pits. Still got 59 laps remaining here in stage 2. Burnout rule is in effect tonight. So it will be the first of the season that we'll get to witness. And right now it's looking like typical, possibly. Oh, the 22, unfortunately, I think has had an accident back here. There's a pitting car, a couple of hurt cars, and here's the 22. Unfortunate event for him, and he has exited the race. Unfortunate. Alright, so I'm going to find me a new stream. Somebody could do that. I would appreciate that. I think Big Ben or somebody was streaming. Awesome, I found him. Just like that. Alright, awesome. We're at 20 of 74 in stage number 2. Good deal. Shout out to Big Ben Gaming. Big Ben Gaming on YouTube. Running 10th position right now, Big Ben is. And this is your lead battle. Hamlin Nation, telling you, very strong car tonight. You can see, that's third place. Good battle out of these two right here. It's coming down to the wire, mid part of stage number 2 here. We're probably around 15 laps from pit stops. And we've got one heck of a battle on our hands for the lead up here. The 17 is laps down. So that is not for position behind these guys. Yeah, I found him. He was like the first YouTube search. It was awesome. So, looking away trying to fix this stream, Hamlin Nation takes the lead from Typical. And I missed it. Dang it. But anyways, it happened. And here we are. I was on it. We'll see what happened. I'm going to scroll back there. Typical. He just got beat down to the corner. And Hamlin not looking back now. Maybe Typical was slowing him up. So we'll see. We'll get back here on Hamlin Nation. He's now your leader in that 20, looking real good. What is a high burger? I think I would eat a high burger. Hamlin Nation, typical, finds himself tight in the middle of these corners, and he is just stretching out this lead. Toyota sponsored track here, getting the Toyota out front. How about that? Yeah, Hamlin Nation looking real good. This is Bean. He's also tight in that middle. A lot of guys getting real slow around here. Makes me wonder where Hollywood is. Unfortunately, 3 guys already out of this race tonight. Bean, I believe he's in 4th, about ready to lose his position to Hollywood there. A big outside pass by Hollywood. That is rare at this track. You can see G-Dog up here in front of these guys. That is 3rd and the lap down car of G-Dog up above Hollywood here. There's typical chasing down Hamlin Nation. Yeah, so big difference between the leaders and 3rd place here. And see, 4th place is just now coming out at 2 as these guys make their way down the front stretch. 32 out of 74 laps completed here in stage number 2. So typical, you know, if anybody's watched him race in this series before, we know that he don't go away easy. And Hamlin Nation's starting to look a little shaky out there. We're about probably 7 to 8 laps away from pit stops here if we stay green. And I'm excited to see how that all works out. Maybe if anybody has already went in the Pro-Am series in the late night, or in the late stage, later part of stage 3, we saw someone do an early pit and get second out of it. So we'll see how people tend to play this stage out. There's Hollywood. He is in 4th position. Got Portal guy behind him there, along with Bean in the 4, and that is 4th through 6th right there. And this is typical chasing down Hamlin Nation. Typical led most of or all of stage 1, and then loses the lead here midway through this one. So we'll see how it changes. Hamlin Nation looking real good out here so far. Good battle here. 3rd place of Elvin there. He's not far off. These pit stops are nearing. You can see these guys have really... Oh, here comes some pit stops. Already some guys in here. There is somebody leaving pit road already. Like the Ada Nomad, Town in here getting serviced. There's Typical now coming into the pits. Elvin coming in. Where's the 20? He's already in here. Possibly pit earlier. I didn't even notice. So we'll see how this all plays out. Good pit stops there. Good exit. And that is the 9 of Jonathan here. So I think Hamlin, the 19, 88 of Hollywood still out. Probably hoping for a caution. Oh, there's one possibly. The 19. Oh, he got off the apron and just lost it. He got off the apron and just lost it. And there it was. I mean, that's just as simple as it happens right there. And that puts a lot of the field down a lot of laps. I mean, Typical and Hamlin Nation both down a lap. Most of those people will not have to pit. I'm assuming that's going to be a rough lick. Only 3 guys on the lead lap after that caution there. So we'll see how this one plays out. It's Hollywood, Portal Guy, Big Ben on the lead lap. Typical in the free pass position. This is going to be something. The 32. I don't think we ever had a 32. Alright, so Portal Guy going to be up front here. And Big Ben still out there. He's going to be in 3rd. Elvin, I don't know if he was on the lead lap or not. This threw a wrench in things for sure. This is going to be something to keep up with now. 23. I don't think we had a 23 car. I apologize. Unless I'm forgetting. So this race has been turned upside down due to that caution. You got Portal Guy and Hollywood out here who are your leaders. Elvin's probably the best car up here on the lead lap possibly. That was unfortunate. I mean, that was just as commentator cursed as it could be. I mean, I said it, switched the camera angle, and there was a wreck. Okay, this is your top 3. Like I said, 3rd position. I just want to show you all something. The guy that is in 3rd, that's the guy in 3rd right now. He is still in 3rd. No, he's in 4th now. I apologize. But that's how down we are here. And 4th is about to be a lap down. As that caution coming out during those green flag stops, it really threw a loop in everything. Elvin jumps out to the lead, I think. No, he does not. Elvin is actually racing for his lap. Because that's Portal Guy leading right here. Hollywood in 2nd. Elvin is not in the lead, folks. I'll try to get on the 47 to make it right. It's Portal Guy. And he actually won one of the duels before the Daytona race. Yeah, so Portal Guy, you know, he can just tuck himself behind this 51 and be fine. Good battle back here behind these folks, though. Happening back in this crowd. Not this crowd. Where's Typical at? There's that 21 of Trav Nation for all of those in here. There's Typical. He had to get around this mess. Hamlin Nation right there with him. They're trying to work their way back up here to gain their laps back. Typical might be on the lead lap. He might have got the free pass. I'm not quite sure what we're looking at here. As fourth position is, you know, way in like the back stretch right now. There's fourth position. He is nowhere near the racing. Good to see Trav Nation still out here running hard. Elvin just trying to stay on the lead lap. That's all he's doing right here. As that 47 behind him is your leader. Hollywood just tucked right in on him there. 17 laps remaining in stage number 2. Portal guy might run in here and sneak him a stage win after that absolutely insane crash during green flag stops. Yeah, Edward, we had a whale of a crash there during green flag stops, and that caused a lot of the field to be laps down. So now Portal guy and Hollywood fighting for stage 2 win here. Purified Poison joins the chat. Woo NASCAR, indeed. Purified Poison is actually responsible for all those nice race pictures I post. Portal guy hanging on to it. He knows that we're 15, inside 15 to go here. And that's Typical back there working on Hollywood. I don't know if he is on the lead lap or not. 13 laps remaining. The 3 cars on pit road, I think they lost internet connection or something like that. Ed, though, that's who I figured you were. You know, I like your you know, your name. You can't trick me. I know that's a capital I. So, is Typical trying to get the lead here? We'll see if he's able to work his way around Portal guy. If that's the case, that would be huge for Typical, as he would work for his lap back as well. No, that's not my account, everything. So, Shepard finds himself way back here now. He would be looking at 2 laps down if they were able to get around him, I think. I can talk while commentating, though. I am enjoying the race, though, Burner. Ruthless Racing Team. So, Hamlin Nation right there. Possibly needing to fight for that lap back. The 47 just playing devil right now. As the 2's going to try to get the inside advantage. And we'll see if that changes the lead if it happens. We're at 7 laps to go here in stage number 1. I'm not staying off this battle. The 47 for sure is your leader. We just don't know quite for sure if the 2 is battling for position or his lap back. One of the 2 or the 20 definitely are. Six laps to go. 55 to go at the line here. Oh, shit. That's funny. Okay, Typical is racing for position here. He just now got the lead. Oh, we're 3 wide right here. 3 wide. Outside is the leader of 2, Typical 47, also fighting for that spot. I think the 20's fighting for his lap back. He certainly is. The 20 needs his lap back. 47 jumps back to the lead here. We are door to door, 3 wide here, coming down to the end of stage 2. 20 gets his lap back for now. 47 back to the lead. I think we got 2 laps remaining. This is coming down to the last lap of stage number 1. 20 needs to stay right there. 20's got to have this lap. He's got to have his lap. 2 of Typical's working hard to the inside here on the 47 of Portal Guy. The slow car, he got a little bit of wall there. Can he get the inside advantage here? This is the last lap of stage number 1. Typical looking to try to get that extra stage 2 win. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. The 47's going to take it home here. There for the last lap of stage number 1. Oh no, I guess we're still going. How's the stream ahead over here? What? Portal Guy might lose it here on the inside. Oh, he gets a little bit of a bump, goes up the track. It's going to be door to door, coming out of the turn for the last time. Crossover by the 47, not able to get it done. Man, what a last lap that was. Jesus. How was the stream ahead over here? How's this dude on 47? Or 74? What? So these guys are making Richmond exciting. Stage 1, you know, it came down. Typical was getting chased down. Typical able to get that one. Typical, Portal Guy, Hollywood, Elvin Priest, and Big Ben, your top 5. Hamlin Nation gets his lap back the hard way and finishes 6th. And then everybody else is at least 2 laps down from 7 on. And I think you might see One Fast Bean gain one of his laps back right here. 83 laps remaining with caution laps. So, Steve, did you say you were Animal, actually? Typical, going to start stage 3 right here. He took stage 1 and 2. Stage 2 was actually not so easy. Portal Guy proven to be a tough customer out here as well. That was a good stage 2, I tell you. It was 3 wide with a lapped car fighting for his lap back, but he made it happen. And this is a tough race right now, as this is about 6 cars on the lead lap. Everybody else fighting for their lives. Possibly you might see a couple cars get turned here in this stage, as we'll keep an eye on it. Oh, look like the 4 of Bean is all the way back there. Oh yeah, he is back. Most of the field 2 laps down, remember. Top 6 are on the lead lap. Typical is your leader. 77 laps remaining. Caution. Oh, there it is. 17 around. It's going to get some laps back. 48. Get some problems there. Oh, yeah. I told you, look for some cars to get turned around here with all these lap down cars. Just hoping for any little bit of help. 21 major damage. Alright, so we're going to try this again. Stage 3. Getting dicey. All these cars a lap down. Let's see where we at. One Fast Bean gets back on the lead lap. Nomad, 1 lap down. Back there. So we add another one to the lead lap with that caution. Hollywood up here fighting. He has had a good and tough go. I hear some contact back here. That's, oh, Travis, man, he sticking that nose in there. Oh, 17 of G-Dog's just having a rough night here at Richmond. That is not what we're used to seeing out of old G-Dog. Jonathan 9, we've seen him spun around earlier. He is still laps down here. Nomad, your next one lap down car, he needs to be in that transfer position to get back on the lead lap. As of right now, I don't think he is. I think he's in danger of losing that spot to somebody 2 laps down at the moment. And that's probably Eneltown here, who is 2 laps down. The 19 is on the lead lap, so is the 4. Trav Nation working hard back here. MX Trend, what up? Big shout out there to MX Trend. Thanks for joining the chat. Please like, subscribe. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, big shout out to MX Trend. Let's get it. There's your leader. It's Elvin, I think. Y'all stop it. Yep, that is your leader, the 51 here. I'm gonna find Typical. There he is. Finds himself in 4th position here. We're too used to seeing Typical be the dominant car. And whenever he is good, he is great. But he's good today. But some other guys are just as good. He's just able to squeak by them there when it matters. So Typical, you know, hopefully he doesn't lose this in the later parts of this race. As a lot of these guys, if they pit there on that last caution, they're going to be able to stretch this stage out a little further past what they had to. So it's going to be a big difference here for the pitting strategies that guys are going to have to choose. There'll be some guys that'll choose to run that full run or cut this directly in half, or run it as long as you can and run real light at the end of the race to be fast. There's a lot of options to choose here towards the end of this race if we can stay mostly green. And as of right now, we are at 63 to go. And I know that these guys can run 40 laps. So in around 23 laps, pit stops could come in. Yeah, big appreciation to everybody who watches us. Please like, comment, subscribe to the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. We got NASCAR shorts on Sundays, and Tuesdays and Thursdays we have NASCAR Heat 5 Series action. Yeah, I'm glad we got a group of guys in here that, you know, can give us a challenge here in Ruthless Racing. You got Hollywood not far off of him here. He's working his way up there to him. Good deal, good deal. I know what the real skew car is. I can tell the difference. And from the looks of it, he hasn't been in here in a while. leader. That is Elvin Priest. And all these guys are a part of the same crew. MFF. Good racing bunch. That's where we got Typical from. Formioli, give me the, or Ravioli, give me the Formioli. That's the issue we're having in the chat right now. Alright, which one of you are the real Mr. Krabs? And here goes Hamlin Nation for the lead. And he's going to get it going into turn number 1, and he's going to keep it, see if he can break clear and complete the pass. And he will. And he's going to snap it back down there for some down low protection, and he has completed it as a pass. Thought I saw some funky crap going on. Fifth place, Hollywood. I think Bean is in 6th. Yep, as you can see him right there. Then Big Ben is in 7th. And he is still on the lead lap. So here's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and that is Portal Guy. He is. Since that big battle there in stage 2 with Typical, he has fallen off the pace here. Shaping up to be a good battle all the way down to the pit stops, as this lap was. We'll have 51 to go. Be 50 to go right here for these guys. Get on Hamlin Nation here, as he is the rightful leader. Get on Elvin, that shows a little better camera angle for all of them. You can see these guys, they've slowed down quite a bit, kind of in cruise mode now. 49, or I guess 48 remaining for these fellas out front. Yeah. Anyways. Damn. 20 of Hamlin Nation. He has been a tough competitor all night long. Typical, though, has just been stringing around since the 2nd stage, able to take it late. And I mean last lap late in stage number 2 to be the winner of stage 1 and 2. If Typical wins this race, he would have broken a trend in Ruthless racing that has gone on as long as time, and that is win the first 2 stages and lose the race. And if he does that, he would have done that at Mid-Ohio and Iowa, making him have done that at the 2 last point paying races. So I would call it streak broken, in the Ruthless Racing Series if he wins tonight. It happens twice. It isn't an accident. But you know what they say about flukes? And flukes are the most common fish in the sea. So if you go fishing for one, you might just catch it. So, oh, little broken loose there for the 20. Able to snap it back into order. Oh, Hollywood. I don't know what happened to him. There he is. He finds himself still in 5th position. Porter guy having a little bit of issue. Hollywood may be able to take over 4th by the time we get to the end of this thing. We're at 40 laps remaining. So this is about where I figure some pit stops are going to start happening. I know these guys could stretch this out a little further due to the caution earlier. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Short track racing. Everybody may be scared to pit. Maybe you want to try to stay out as long as they have to try to force everybody to pit together maybe. It's going to be a big problem though for anybody that pits early, trying to outlast everybody once they go into pit and caution come out. That might be for someone like that who just did exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe they can stay out longer than everybody whenever they come back out on track. And oh, a little bit of contact out from the wall there for the 2, and that's going to knock him off that pace a little bit. They're starting to string out here up front. Hamlin Nation really putting it out there. Thank you, B-News Stu, for subbing. You're welcome. There goes another one. I think that's Bean. He is on the lead lap. Well, not anymore, but was. This is still the 20. Just holding on to that lead. Oh, 20's going to go in and pit. Now that is a move, because those other 2 guys did not pit. And I mean, they will have the fresher tires once they do, unless they go in right here. I think this might be advantage Hamlin Nation. Yep, that's going to be a pit by him. Typical not going to do that. Typical going to stretch it out, possibly. I hope that he gets everybody laps down. And maybe something happens in the back of the field. Nope, he's just going to take the 2 laps after. Elvin just now getting in the box. There's Trav in the box. Typical coming down. Let's see if this 20 got out good. Here he comes. He is a lap down to Typical. He needs to have a good exit here and get back around. I think he will have the advantage. Once we come back around. Let's see what we can see here. There's the 11 coming off. Don't know if I yet saw the 2. If Typical comes out at any time there, he was in the lead because of the lap down situation. The 20 is back on the lead lap though. We'll get an accurate one right here in just a second. Let's see. Yeah. So no, the 51 is your leader. Maybe. So the middle lap, maybe a good lap to pit on there. We're at 30 laps remaining. And there is a burnout rule tonight, so it's important to remember. Typical right there, not far off that 51, does have some lap traffic to work through. As you can see, 2 lapped cars right there between him and that leader. And that 20 is nowhere to be found so far. He is out here on the back stretch. And that's where they are right now. So unfortunate. I think the 20's pit stop did not work out how he wanted it to. Typical is going to be chasing down this 51 for this one, I think. 27 to go. Or I guess 26 maybe. There's Hollywood. See, it's somewhere in the top 4 still. We are on the lead lap down to 8th place. Or no, I'm sorry. We are off the lead lap. We are 1 lap down up to 5th, I think. That is your leader, Elvin. And Typical is right there. Okay, so Typical is going to look to break that streak tonight, seems to be. This Typical does have a lap fresher tires. So we'll see how these two work it out as we get down to the nitty-gritty tonight. I'm going to try to stay right here. I think we're down to 22 remaining or so. Big battle here. This is for the lead. So far into this race, we are down to 20 laps remaining, and we have a battle for the lead after a green flag pit stop and everything. And this race, everybody was pretty much on the lead lap until a caution during green flag pit stops in stage 2 took most of the field down 1 lap. And oh, contact there for the 2. I don't know what that's going to do to him. I don't know if that damaged him enough to make a difference. Looks like he's driving a little mad now. He's going to drive it in here on that 51. Big battle here. We are off the nose at Typical. That is your leader. This is the battle for first. 19 laps remaining. Inside move by the 2. He's going to lead this lap. Big move there on the 51 by the 2. And, oh, a bumper gets put into the 2. We're under 20 laps to go, and it's already dicey up front here. These two could possibly take each other out. Changes the whole aspect of this race. A lot of aggressive driving here late on in this race. And you can tell Elvin really wants it. He wants his first Ruthless Racing Series win. Teammates here in another aspect of racing. Not really teammates here in Ruthless Racing, although people can, you know, work together. Typical, though, looking to maybe stretch this out. That one lap fresher tire might be the difference maker here as we get down to the money-making laps of this race. As always, thanks to everybody who's took the time out of their night to come and join us here on this Thursday evening and enjoy some of this Richmond Raceway action on NASCAR Heat 5 with the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. Got 479 subscribers now. A lot more than I ever thought we'd have, so huge thank you to everybody who has pressed that subscribe button. And Nomad here, not so much on the lead lap, I don't think. He kind of coming out of nowhere, possibly a pitted car. So, typical, looking like a winner so far. We'll see. Hollywood, I don't think him and Portal has just kind of been like this. And that's how it's been. Can't gain an inch on him. See that lead just getting larger there for Typical late on in this race. As we're about down to 9 to go here, I think. That's your leader, Typical, and you can see that's second place, and he almost looks like an ant back there. I know I'm not talking about your uncle's wife. Two of Typical. He is coming down with it here. 8 to go. And burnout rule is in effect tonight. Let's see what Elvin's got in the tank. I don't know. I feel like he's gained a little bit of time here. I'm not quite sure. 7 to go. Lap traffic is up ahead. We'll see if that plays any kind of a part in what's going on here. They all are in different lines. It's going to cause Typical to certainly go a little slower than he wants to. Possibly clear the way for that 51 whenever he comes up through here. He'll be ready to go. For a Fast Bean, I think he's fighting for a lap actually here. He don't want to go down a lap. That might be what happens. Typical making a lot work of the lap cars here. 51 just hasn't quite caught him yet. I think these lap cars are going to cause the second place car a lot more problems than they did Typical. And Typical is just stretching it on out here. Those lap cars is going to be a problem. They are the problem. And Typical is now well ahead as we get down to 4 to go here. 3 possibly, 2 possibly, I'm not sure. 3 to go, I think. 2 to go at the line. Elvin's in second place. You can see he just ain't going to have it. Oh, so Hollywood finally catches Portal Guy, looking to take that 4th place spot, I think. That's what that's for. And that's going to be a battle to the line between those guys. There goes Typical. That's going to be the end of the race there. Typical is your winner from Iowa. He sweeps the stages and wins the race for the 2nd time this season. 2 races in a row, and I think he breaks the streak of the stage winner curse. All these guys are going to back up down the backstretch, and I think Hollywood got the better of Portal Guy there in the end of that one. And we'll get ready to go back over here, and we'll catch Typical with that burnout. As yeah, it doesn't look great on stream, I understand, but it is for the driver. No other league does this to our knowledge. It's kind of exclusive here to Ruthless Racing. And don't drive backwards, Typical. So there he goes. And that'll be your race. Typical, your winner. Overall, a pretty good race out here tonight for these guys, I believe. Not too bad. We'll get that final finishing order out right here. Typical first, Elvin Priest second, Hollywood third, Portal Guy fourth, Hamlin Nation rounding up the top 5. Everybody else finished a lap down or worse. One Fast Bean, Big Ben, Nomad, Eneltown, and Shepherd round up your top 10. All right, so I forgot who I said already. Be Typical, Hollywood, and Elvin. All right, awesome. Big congratulations to Typical. Breaks that problem. We'll get Elvin added in here. Or we'll just wait for Hollywood to join and add him. Make it easier on me. Tough racing there tonight. Though for sure he had to earn those wins late on in the race. I mean, didn't take the lead till about 18 to go there. And took it on the last lap in stage number 2. So Typical certainly earned this one. And big shout out to Hamlin Nation tonight. Good race. Just couldn't keep it together there off those pit stops. But big race for you tonight. So, yeah, good on you. Alright, there's a 3rd place guy right there. And add Elvin in here if you don't mind. There
He's in here. What's up, Stu?
Yeah, so, looked like it was mostly like a clean race out there. You had a tough go there at the beginning of the race, but found yourself back up to 4th. Looked like it was kind of rough through the middle there with caution that came out during the green flag run, or stops. How was you able to piece it together? And I seen you late there in the run. You and Portal Guy were kind of just stuck in this like time warp or something. You all were like perfectly matched for so many laps, but you're able to get him at the end.
Yeah. Nah. Stage 1. Stage 1 and stage 2 on the restarts, I kind of got shuffled back a little bit. So it took me a few laps to get back up into the top 5, and then I actually had stayed out when that caution came out in the middle of the pit cycle. So I think there was only 4 cars on the lead lap at that point. And then Elvin ended up getting his lap back the hard way. And I think Hamlin too. So we ended up having, I think, maybe 7 on the lead lap at the end there. But No, it was a good race, man. The car was pretty good. Right there at the end, strategy-wise, I just stayed out a lap later than Portal, so I had tires on him. And honestly, his car was pretty good. We were pretty evenly matched. But Hamlin got a speeding penalty, and I was able to get past the 47 to bring it home third. So I'm not going to complain. Good points tonight, and moving on to next week.
Yeah, that sounds about like how it was for sure. Yeah, just like you said, there wasn't that many guys on the lead lap there. Once that caution came out, I think it was about
Nah,
four guys.
there was about four at the end right there at stage two, maybe five because Typical got the free pass. And then I think after the stage, or beginning of stage three, we had uh, maybe six, and then we got another caution, and then one fast B and got back on the lead lap, and I think we maybe had seven. But it was a good race, pretty clean out there the whole time. Really, only those two cautions came out, and they weren't huge issues. It was just people getting loose. So good race out of everybody in the pro league.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed watching it and bringing it to everybody. And now, good race out there, Hollywood. Glad you was able to bring home third and on to next week,
Thank you,
Chicagoland.
sir. Thank you for calling the race tonight.
Not a problem. And all right, so now we get over to Elvin, who had to earn his lap back the hard way in stage two, and or no, it wasn't stage two. It was stage one, right? I'm not sure. He had to earn
I
it
don't
back
know.
the hard way.
Into stage two.
Yeah, earned it back the hard way, and that was some amazing three wide racing there between the lap car and the two leaders. I mean, I kind of just want to hear your perspective from when that happened. That was kind of awesome.
All right. Well, it was terrifying, right? Gotta watch out. Might get put in the wall. You might get hit in the wall. You never know. But other than that, yo, man, it was fun. I had fun today. You know what I'm saying? And car was great. I can't be more, happy that MFF finished top five. And yeah, ask another question. I'm thinking too fast.
Yeah, so you had him there with about 18 to go. You were in the lead, and he's able to chase you down. What was the car going through that kind of got you shuffled back? I know lap cars came into play later on, like with 10 to go and stuff. So like there with about 20 to 18 to go, like was your car was that one lap ahead of a pit that much of a difference, or was typical just that much better there in the long run?
Oh, it was a huge difference. Like once I knew that he stayed out that one extra lap, I knew he was gonna blow right behind me. I was just waiting for it, and I was even blocking too. I was trying my hardest. You worked hard to freaking pass me until I just, slid up and let him go. But we won't talk about that.
Well, that's good to hear. It was good to hear that you had fun. Glad you was able to race your way back to the lead lap the hard way. That is something that doesn't happen very often. So,
And I'm excited, dude, for next week,
yeah.
Chicagoland. I think MFF is gonna be, oof. I'm saying Pro Am and Pro Series, so keep an eye out.
All right, you heard it. So yeah, thanks for racing with us once again, and glad you had fun and good getting second.
Yeah.
All right, and no stranger to the booth here in the Ruthless Race Series. That is typical, and well, typical. You officially broke a streak tonight. 2 points paying races in a row. You have swept them completely, including winning the race. So I'm going to say that you broke that little streak of winning two stages and losing the race. And so congratulations to that. Congratulations to a win Iowa. And, pretty dominant performance, but you had to still, and I mean still it on the last lap there in stage two. So just tell us what your race was like.
Oh, the car was fantastic. I couldn't ask for it to be any better than what it was. And yeah, in stage one, kind of just laid back, saved the fuel, that one lap of fuel that we had to save, and Stage two, when that caution came out, I barely got around Hamilton when he wrecked, and it was able to put me in that position to get the wave around. But I had to start all the way in the back behind the whole field and work my way up. So I did not think I was going to pull that off, but it happened in the third stage. My whole plan was to go more laps than the guy ahead of me, and it works out.
That's true. There with about 30 to go after those pit stops, was you kind of worried about the lead that Elvin had on you, or did you feel pretty confident that you was going to get to his
Oh
bumper?
no, I was confident. I think I was a little bit quicker, maybe a tenth quicker, and especially on fresher tires, that just adds more to it. So, and I knew he was gonna try as hard to stay in front of me, but he made a mistake, and I took advantage of it.
Well, it's good to see you out there continuing your ruthless domination. Uh, you never was one for those plate tracks, but here in these last 2 points races, you've able to put it together in all stages, and the last one included. So I'm going to say you officially broke that streak, typical. So congratulations on that.
Hey man, the streets are meant to be broken at some point.
That's true. That's true. So let's hope you don't start it back up anytime soon. How you feeling for Chicagoland?
Hmm, I think the draft is gonna do a lot for people, but if I can somehow break the draft, I feel confident.
All right. I asked you this after Mid Ohio, but I'm going to ask you again. Do you feel like the championship's yours yet?
Hey man, like I said last or 2 weeks ago, it's not here yet. People are still getting used to everybody and how they race. And I think when the faster guys get comfortable, it'd be it'd be hard, man. These guys practice day in day out, so eventually they're gonna rock it past them.
That's right. And I just want to say big congratulations to Typical and Elvin Hollywood. Even Hamlin Nation had an amazing race. Underdog or dark horse, however you want to look at it, for sure on my radar. Um, yeah, so good racing by all you guys. Really proud of the pro league out here on this Thursday. And you got anything you want to say to anybody, Typical?
No, I'm good.
All right, Hollywood, you got anything you need to clear up?
Yeah, Typical's got double-digit wins now in the Ruthless Racing Series. That's his 10th.
There you go. 10 wins.
So, anyways, congratulations. Good stream tonight, I'm pretty sure. I can't wait to watch it back. It was a lot of clean, fun racing, and no issues tonight. A lot better than Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday was a little rough around the edges, but we figured it out. Um, Speaking of Tuesday, catch Tuesday 9 o'clock Chicagoland Pro Am Series. Hollywood will be there in the booth, and yeah, so come catch that action, and you can catch this Pro Series again next Thursday 9 o'clock, same track, Chicagoland. And as I mentioned earlier, Kansas will be made up on 418. That will be before our All-Star race at New Hampshire Roval on 420. So enjoy that whenever it comes around. But yeah, thanks to everybody who has watched tonight. Looked like a lot of people came through. We'll see how many viewed it though. But as always, have a great and wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching. And this is Ruthless Racing, B News Stu. Peace out.